Hey everyone, this is Lori with 3 Keys Astrology, and I'm giving you your June forecast, and it's going to be unusual. Normally I give you week-long forecasts, but this time it's going to be June 1st, Wednesday, through June 11th. And the reason being is just to get us set back in that Saturday to Saturday schedule that I often do. The first week of June starts on a Wednesday, and that day belongs to Mercury. And so the sun in June is shining Gemini, of course, until the middle of the month when we course Cancer into the Cancer constellation. The energy of Gemini is childlike, and it is for children. It's about summer fun. However, I have to caution you that starting Sunday on the 5th of June, the energy is it's probably the most difficult week that we're going to have in the month of June, 5 through 11. Now, you've been loving and commenting, and I welcome more conversation on all the work that I'm doing on the Johnny Depp trial. Thank you so much. It's interesting and a good example of who we don't want to be in relationships. Unfortunately, the way the stars are from especially Sunday 5 through the following Sunday, we have to be very careful. Couples who live in relationships like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard did, whether the relationship's marriage or people that are living together, that kind of energy is so ugly the weekend of 10, 11, 12. And I just want you to know that if you're in relationships like that, I can't emphasize how much 2022 is about releasing you from tragedy in relationships. People, though, that live dramatic and are always, there was a couple in a place that I worked in, and oh my God, it was insane. The minute they walked in the door, it started, and they were drinking alcohol because I managed a restaurant and bar. They literally felt like they were shackled together in this destructive relationship, just like Johnny and Amber have. And it was drama on top of drama. And he kind of antagonized her, and she was a little redheaded strawberry blonde that would watch every move he made, and he had all kinds of things going on. He was older than her, and I know what the attraction was, but so anyway, couples that live like that are going to be literally having epileptic gosh damn fits. Get away from them. If you're involved in that, maybe you could hang out with some people who know how to be nice to each other in relationships. So the two biggest events this week, this first 11 days of June, are yay, Mercury is going station direct out of retrograde on June the 3rd. So now you can sign contracts. Now you can finalize plans. Now you can go forward in your endeavors to meet publishers, to together work cooperatively. It's excellent. You don't want to do anything journalism that's definitive. Even to buy a business like that would be a bad idea during Mercury retrograde. And miscommunications high during Mercury retrograde. So we have to really watch our words. But that's all going to change. Now, I could, as I said, I believe the 4th through the 12th, a little bit into the 13th, is going to be the hardest days of the month of June, most especially for Sagittarians. But the weekend of drama, where I said dramatic couples and those chaos stirs and obsessed and stalking and following each other and going through phones and all that nonsense people do, it's going to be on fleek, especially for Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, 10 and 11. Catch yourself, check yourself. Are you sure you want to live like that? Because if you are, you're contrary to where the energy's pushing us forward in the age of Aquarius. That's not cool. And there's a saying in the Bible that I had to learn when I first got married, that jealousy hurts the bearer of the emotion more than the chaos and problems it creates from other people. I had a very handsome young husband, and I moved to his town and didn't know anybody. And that kind of thing happens the first time we share intimacy with people we love. This other side awakens in the vulnerability that is giving yourself. So that is going to be a big thing. And again, to emphasize, we have to protect mothers and children, step in if we see any kind of harm or abuse, and absolutely do not participate in that. June the 1st is a little bit trying. The moon is in Cancer and the sun is in Gemini. And so this is mommies and children needing some extra loving up. Daddy, step up. Give mom a break. You know, either take the kids out for dinner or offer to bathe the kids for bedtime. Do whatever you can. Get those bicycles and swimming pools ready for summer fun if you're here in Europe or in the States. I like Tuesday a lot. Monday is a little tenuous. It begins the month. But if you put your emphasis and focus on making light and bright, giggle. It's a proven scientific fact that you can't be mad when you're laughing. And I encourage always go to comedy shows, listen to music. You don't have to be tapped into all this hot drama and crisis on the news when you're inept and incapable of solution. So keep those things in mind. Tuesday I love. Tuesday is going to help you get things done. And Tuesday is excellent to surprise people. It's great for now because the next day you can sign the contract on that property for your new home. Mike, go get it. Go live where you want to live. Go be who you want to be. Go celebrate with people that get you and care about you. Now, then on the 3rd, which is Friday, like I said, Mercury stations direct. And this is amazing energy for lovers, people that are on the same page and aren't going to get involved in drama. I really, really love this day. If your feelings and what you need can be very in harmony with what life is offering you. I'm loving this. So take advantage of it. At the end, though, there is some undercurrent of people that are, I would say, especially Leo and Scorpio. If you are in check and taking a good self-reflection and realizing you're a bit of a control freak, that you're suspicious, that some of those feelings can erupt. I'm not kidding you. The moon is opposite Pluto that day as well, but the energy is better for most of us. And feelings and thoughts can totally be in harmony. But watch out, Leo. Watch out a little bit Aquarius and Taurus too. But I think Leo and Scorpio the most. Don't throw your weight around. Decide to take the crown off if you're Leo, and take off your dark sunglasses if you're Scorpio, snooping around where your nose doesn't belong. It's, some of the best releases in the world on physical, mental, and emotional levels. We can be as specific as orgasm. It's the releasing of that letdown and that trust in the most vulnerable moment between two sexes. That is the feeling I'm talking about. On a physical level, in your day-to-day life that's not intimate, it's realizing, I'm just going to let things go and see where they go. Yeah, I am the boss. And, I'm ultimately responsible, but you're never going to know the gold in your subordinates or employees, your family members even, if you're always in charge. Let go. Let go, Leo. Let go, Scorpio. Get vulnerable. Get naked with your feelings, with the people that you love. And I can promise you a very delicious 2022. It's that ego that interferes, that thinks it needs to be in control. And actually, this is also a scientific and proven fact. People that have been abused or living in alcoholic or drug addict conditions as in their childhoods, in marriages, are major control freaks. They want everything to just be perfect. They want everything to just be so. And it can be that type B partner who's got this tyrant of a husband or a wife. Because believe me when I tell you, people like Amber Heard are more common in this modern world than they were 100 years ago. There's plenty of women that are abusive and choose weaker partners. And it's just ugly to me. As a traditional woman, I like the man and men in my life to be respected and honored for their differences, not to try to have this androgynous playing field where we're mannequins who both do the housework, and I don't think so. I like my guy to do the big things and I'll take care of the inside of the house. What do you think? Tell me what your preferences are. And is your relationship more androgynous or more progressive? Are you guys sharing traditional female duties and male duties? Let's talk about this. It's pretty interesting because things are definitely changing. And at each generation, my generation is more apt to be conservative and traditional compared to my daughters. But I have two daughters that are quite progressive and don't have the same political views that I do, and one that absolutely does. So talk about that too. What's going on with your family and your adult kids? This stuff's interesting. Why? Because ta-da! On Saturday, the 4th of June, Saturn retrogrades. Oh, this means so many things. And it's, I think, in a physical sense, for all of we that are earth signs, it's about, if you're thinking about selling your home and downgrading or upgrading or any physical building process, Saturn is excellent for. All signs, not just the earth signs, but especially us. Because we need home, we need family. We need that kind of security more than others. Saturn is great in any executive realm. So anything that has to do with banking, if you need to reassess, it's excellent because Saturn rules death, to make final arrangements, go over that living will, make sure you want to leave in legacy to those that you thought you did. It's about it's even something to revise anything building, like, just, do you need a new roof? Do you need to tear that in that garage? Are you building something for the farm or your pets or little tree houses for the children? Saturn retrograde's excellent to go over building plans. Saturn retrograde is excellent to take on vacation because, remember, the sun's in Gemini. It's about summer fun and all kinds of fun for kids, but it's excellent for historical societies and to visit historical sites. Now, it's also excellent for places like Herkimer, New York, where I live, if you like to mine diamonds, or you're interested in the minerals of the earth. Where I grew up is a place called Jake Rocks, Rim Rocks, Kinzu Dam. Getting near the rocks and the earth is great for Saturn retrograde. And showing your kids your hometown, what your history is. Saturn retrograde is the past, but it's sewing up the past as we progress into Aquarius, where Saturn is currently tenated. He's the ancient ruler of Capricorn and modern ruler of Aquarius. So all things technology too. Do you have old laptops hanging around? Do you have old wires and things that we don't need anymore in this wireless society? Donate those laptops, desktops, to a computer repair shop or a high school or a tech school or a college that's about tech. Get rid of that stuff. That's what Saturn retrograde is also good for. It's excellent for people that like to go to antique shows or that get out your family treasures, your antiques. Do you want to display them? Do you want to keep them? Do you want to sell them? All of this revising and remedial and reconditioning energy is super strong. So yeah, donate that stuff to tech schools. Make sure your wills are in order and up to date. Make sure money's going to go where you want it to go. I love on Saturday that the moon and Mars are in trine. So all of you that have any conjunctions, sextiles, or trines, this is your energy. I love this. And it's about your ambition in harmony. Your ambition's going to drive whatever you're feeling. It's going to drive in a really good way. This is very cooperative energy. For mommies who have little sons, this is great for sports and that kind of activity. It's great for playing outside on the grass and spending physical energy. So play, get your pools out because the moon rules the waters of the world. Pools and boating, and all of us that love boats, do it. Get out there on the water. Interpersonally, this can mean exposing and sharing your most intimate feelings. So if you've had a crush, if you've got your eye on someone at the office and you've been afraid to say so, do it now. And make the date playful. Play with each other. Listen to music together. Act like you did when you were in high school. I told you Mercury retrograde can bring back a lot of past love, and whether you're open to it or not, but it can help you reconnect to your childhood friends, high school friends, college friends. And summertime is about fun. We've had too much grief, pain, and suffering on this earth for us not to remember to play. As I keep saying, if God dropped the book of knowledge in your lap and he said, you have 21 days left, what are you going to do with it? Do that. Don't waste time. Don't waste time mired in your problems. Solve them, get them over with, get it done, and get on with your life. That builds vitality. Saturn retrograde can pull you into the past. So check yourself. Put a rubber band on your wrist and measure how much of your day you're spending locked in past trauma, drama, problems, death, grief, and then see how much of your life daily you're living right now. You're living and planning a really good life. You're happy and you're making a legacy and teaching the habit of happiness, teaching the habits of peace to family members, giving people a break and understanding rather than trying to control them. Let it go. Let it go. See what they do. Sometimes it's best to be really quiet because people who care about you show up. They support you. They make your life better, not worse. So couples in drama, couples in trauma, couples in conflict, couples divorcing, that weekend, this second week, 4 to 12, it gets a little bit better on the 13th. Watch out. You could have peak anger episodes. You could have peak contests with each other. And I hope you can fix that. On Saturday, also the 4th, I love that the moon sextiles the sun. And that's great for lovers and partners who are not in dramatic relationships, who do not put each other down, but who support each other, lift each other up, and help each other on difficult days. Men and women are in concert on that day. Now, like I said, Saturn can be tense, can cause tension, and we can be facing final ends for sure. But if the good juju and the good energy that's on the planet right now is far outshines any of the tenuous energy. And hopefully you listen to these forecasts just so you can drive your car of life around such kinds of people, events, places, and situations. You never have to participate, ever. You just don't. Do a 360 and pivot, wave goodbye and laugh as you're getting the heck out of there and setting yourself free. Uranus is in Taurus for a good reason. And we Taurians can be bullish and very opinionated. We can be a little preachy. I'm sure you've noticed this in me since my sun and moon are there. But yeah, be free. Don't let anybody... One of the things we also don't like is when people throw a harness or a saddle on us. I have this energy deep in my soul. And the more you try to corner me and hold me down, the more I get away from you. Who else has this kind of energy? I think, yeah, it's kind of the energy of a wild horse or deer or big, huge buffalo if it would be Taurian. We are peaceful creatures, but don't hold us down. And because of Uranus, the North Node is there. This is especially applicable to those of us that are involved with Plutonic and Scorpionic lovers, husbands, wives, partners at work. They'll try to get us. They like to have some of us. Throw the saddle off your back. Pull the reins off your face. Get the heck away from there. Be with people who let you be free to be who you are. I explained why. The other reason we got a horrible T-square on Sunday too that can cause tension. So it can be about heated instructions, but you can bring the peace from noon after. Go to Mass on the 5th for sure. Get yourself to church and try to hold the liturgy message through this week to get you through that, because it's going to get tense. Unstable couples are going to be fighting and clutching on possessiveness and ugliness a ton through the 11th. So just know. Yeah, I believe this is going to be the toughest week for all signs, 4 through 11 into 12, especially Sagittarius, Pisces. And I think on the 10th, 11th, it's going to be Taurus and Scorpio, Leo and Aquarius couples that are having the most difficult times if they're drama kind of people, high drama, and you know, what is that? The word that I want to use is pathological, I guess. If your relationship's more pathological than it is light, happy, and friendly, watch out. Yeah, I think overall, Saturn retrograde can be great for all signs. So enjoy your first 12 days of 11 days of June, friends. Write to me if you have any questions. I've offered some new readings on my website. Get over to www.3keysastrology.com. Send me an email and tell me you want to take classes in September. I'm going to get that schedule up and rolling for us, so you can begin to become an astrologer. I know many of you are interested, and that course will run 40 weeks long. By the end of the 40 weeks, if you have an hour and a half to share with me in my teachings, you will become an astrologer. You'll have enough knowledge to open your own practice. Yeah, so you guys have a fun. Keep in mind the most powerful star in our solar system is our sun. Keep in mind that it is in Gemini. Keep in mind that it's about being playful, light, young, making happy days for our babies, because everyone remembers their childhood. So do your best to make little one's childhood really, really good. All right, everyone, take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.